Hello friends, once again I'm back on Sunday Kehwa Sips on behalf of Mushtaq Bala and Kashmir Pen with more sips of your favorite Kehwa. Last Sunday I talked to you about Edgar Allan Poe, one of my favorite writers, and I want to continue talking about him today because he never ceases to surprise me, to scare me with his writing style characterized by its gothic and psychological nature. As all of you know that he has influenced a host of writers across the world, many of his stories have been adapted into films, and his descriptions and vivid imagery, through his descriptions and vivid imagery, he delves into themes of death, despair, and the supernatural. And he often uses elements of mystery and suspense. In his stories, one comes across decaying buildings, mysterious illnesses, supernatural occurrences, abandonment and life after death, revival of the dead, adding layers to the spooky atmosphere. Exploring the human psyche in his writing, he dealt with the themes of the darker aspects of human nature, insanity, and also guilt. He was a master of creating suspense and to keep readers guessing and sitting on the edges of their seats. The way he used the literary devices such as alliteration, imagery, symbolism, and metaphors made his stories and poems, of course, very powerful and impactful. The readers, we find that the readers are captivated by his narrative and conversational style and find it very intriguing and interesting, giving them a very, very fascinating point of view about certain things. So, you must have, of course, heard of this poem, The Bells. This has always gripped me by its powerful words, by his alliteration, and by the repetition in the poem. And I find it almost magical. And I think it is a rhyming marvel of sorts. Let me recite a few stanzas from it. The sounds of the bells in this poem, they symbolize the 4 stages of life. So here I go. I'll read only a couple of stanzas. It's a long poem. The bells. Hear the sledges with the bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment their melody foretells. How they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in the icy air of night, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline delight. Keeping time, time, time in a sort of runic rhyme to the tintinnabulation that so musically wells from the bells, 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 from the jingling and the tinkling of the bells. Hear the mellow wedding bells, golden bells. What a world of happiness their harmony foretells. Through the balmy air of night, how they ring out their delight from the molten golden notes, and all in tune, what a liquid ditty floats to the turtle dove that listens while she gloats on the moon. Oh, from the sounding cells, what a gush of euphony voluminously wells, how it swells, how it dwells on the future, how it tells of the rapture that impels to the swinging and the ringing of the bells, 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 of the bells, 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 to the rhyming and the chiming of the bells. And the last stanza, how they clang and clash and roar, what a horror they outpour on the bosom of the palpitating air. Yet the ear, it fully knows, by the twanging and the clanging, how the danger ebbs and flows. Yet the ear distinctly tells, in the jangling and the wrangling, how the danger sinks and swells. By the sinking or the swelling in the anger of the bells, of the bells, of the bells, 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 in the clamor and the clangor of the bells. So, it is a very intriguing poem, and only Edgar Allan Poe could have written it. So I keep reading it, and every time I read it, I find something new in this. And I think I can recite one more stanza, the second stanza, because I still have time. So this is the third stanza. Hear the loud alarm bells, brazen bells, What tale of terror now their turbulency tells? In the startled ear of night, how they scream out their affright. Too much horrified to speak, they can only shriek, shriek out of tune, in a clamorous appalling, in a clamorous appealing to the mercy of the fire, in a mad expostulation with the deaf and frantic fire, leaping higher, 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 with a desperate desire and a resolute endeavor, now to sit or never, by the side of the pale-faced moon. Oh, the bells, 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 what a tale the terror tells of despair, how they clang and clash and roar, what a horror they outpour on the bosom of the palpitating air. So thank you, friends, and I hope the bells keep clanging and clamoring in your ears. Bye, toodaloo, see you once again on next Sunday.